Yo, take a close look at this coin for a second. At first glance, it doesn't look like anything special, right? Just a dirty, rusty, worn-out old coin that's been sitting around for years. Something most people would ignore or toss into a random drawer and forget about. But what if I told you that this exact coin, yeah, this one right here, has been claimed in some cases to reach up to $15.6 million in today's auction market? Sounds crazy, right? Sounds fake to most people at first. But in the world of coin collecting, things are not always what they seem on the surface. Today we're talking about a 1978 British coin that most people completely overlook, but under the right conditions, it can become something extremely valuable. If you've ever had old coins lying around at home, you might want to take another look after this, because sometimes what looks like junk can actually turn into a hidden treasure. This coin was minted in 1978 in the United Kingdom and belongs to what collectors call the New Pence era. This was a transitional period in British currency when the country had already switched to decimal coinage, but some of the older design language was still being used on coins. On the front side, known as the obverse, you'll see the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II facing right. It's a classic royal design that represents decades of British history. Around her portrait, you'll find the Latin inscription, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 1978, which translates to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. It's not just decoration. It represents royal authority and tradition. Now on your coin, this detail is still there, but let's be honest, it's not perfect. It's worn down, faded, and covered with scratches. The surface looks dark and oxidized, showing that this coin has clearly been in circulation for a long time. It has passed through many hands, spent time in pockets, cash registers, and maybe even forgotten jars. It's not beautiful in the traditional sense, but in the coin world, that kind of natural wear can actually tell a story. Now flip it over in your mind and look at the reverse side. This is where things get even more interesting. You'll see the famous Prince of Wales feathers design, 3 feathers rising out of a crown. Below it is a ribbon with the motto ICH Dain, which means I serve. This is a historic royal symbol associated with the Prince of Wales and has been used for centuries in British heraldry. Above it, you'll see the words New Pence, which identifies it as part of the early decimal coinage era before the wording was later simplified to just pence. At the bottom, you'll see a bold number, 2, representing its face value of 2 pence. Now let's talk about the money side of things. In normal conditions, a 1978 2-pence coin is not worth much at all, especially in this condition, circulated, scratched, and heavily worn. It might only be worth face value or slightly more to a casual collector. In most cases, it's just a few cents in the collector market. Nothing life-changing. But here's where the story takes a turn. In the coin collecting world, value doesn't always come from age or appearance alone. It comes from rarity, condition, and most importantly, mint errors. If a coin has a rare minting mistake, such as a double die error and off-center strike, or being struck on the wrong type of metal planchet, that's when things get serious. That's when collectors start paying attention, and sometimes paying huge money. Some coins with similar types of rare errors have sold for thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars. And in extremely rare and unusual cases, coins in this category have been associated, often in viral stories or speculative listings, with values as high as $15.6 million. Now, is that common? Absolutely not. Not even close. But is it completely impossible under extreme and unique conditions? That's exactly what keeps collectors searching every day. Here's something most beginners don't realize. A worn-out coin, like yours, isn't always a bad thing. In fact, many collectors prefer coins that haven't been cleaned or artificially altered. Why? Because cleaning a coin destroys its original surface and removes its natural history. That original patina, the wear, the tone, the aging, is part of what proves authenticity. So one of the biggest rules in coin collecting is simple. Never clean your coin, never polish it, and never try to restore it, because you could literally destroy its value in seconds. If you ever want to know what a coin like this is really worth, the best step is to send it to professional grading companies like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. These experts examine the coin under high detail, check for authenticity, look for min errors, evaluate its condition, and assign it an official grade. That grade can completely change how the market values the coin, because in the end, even a small difference in condition or rarity can separate an ordinary coin from something extraordinary. And that's the real mystery of coin collecting. That old, dirty coin you almost ignored, it might just be sitting there waiting to reveal a story worth far more than anyone expected.